Previously, in the shadows of a world gripped by silence, Bruce Wayne, broken, forgotten, and presumed dead, was dragged from the edge of death by an unknown scientist wielding alien knowledge. With Batman's body rebuilt through cybernetic enhancements and advanced nanotech, his soul remained fractured, haunted by loss and failure. Gotham, now governed by invisible eyes and manipulated order, drifts deeper into a controlled dystopia. The city no longer screams. It whispers, obeys, submits. Kit, the resurrected AI companion, continues searching for fragments of Bruce's past and signs of resistance beneath the surface. But something else watches, an enemy cloaked in technology and silence, with plans that go beyond Gotham streets. Now Bruce awakens, not to comfort, not to answers, but to war. The storm rolled back into Gotham with deliberate cruelty, as if the city itself had decided to mourn. Rooftops shimmered under wet sheen, and every alley echoed with whispers of pain. Bruce stood in silence, facing the city he once swore to protect. Now unfamiliar, foreign. The rain soaked through the edges of his cloak, but he did not move. Not yet. Tonight, he wasn't sure if he still deserved to. The man beneath the mask. He removed the mask slowly. The man beneath it was older, marked with scars that went deeper than skin. The cowl had once made him a symbol. Now it felt like a weight. Bruce Wayne. The name itself felt like a ghost. There was a time he believed pain forged strength. Now, he wasn't sure if he'd just become numb. Alfred's voice echoed in his head, not like a memory, but like an old recording on loop. If you continue down this path, Master Wayne, you may not come back. Alfred was gone, but the warning lived on, haunting every step. Bruce stared at the console screen in his hideout, blank, unresponsive, just like him. A faint signal flickered on the rooftop antenna. Interference. Something artificial. Something encoded. Bruce's hands moved instinctively, tuning the old frequency, cleaning static with muscle memory. There was a synthetic voice, fractured but deliberate. They know you're awake. A chill ran deeper than cold rain. A drone hovered at the building's edge. Small, precise, whisper quiet. Bruce approached with caution. It didn't attack. It didn't flee. It projected a symbol in red light, not a gang mark, not GCPD. Something new, and it knew him as soon as he stepped forward. It vanished into the shadows. Gotham was alive tonight, but not with sirens or screams. With silence, calculated silence. Bruce moved across rooftops, the cityscape glowing dimly beneath overcast skies. Neon lights reflected in puddles. Surveillance towers rotated subtly. Cameras tracked nothing and everything. The city was watching, but who was holding controls? He knelt beside a communication node, bypassing rusted circuits with elegance. The pulse code wasn't military. It wasn't civilian. It was something hybrid. He followed the digital trail until it vanished into a dead IP. Then the console fried itself. Purposefully. A trap or a message? Footsteps echoed behind him. Too soft for a thug, too deliberate for a cop. Bruce turned swiftly, and in the shadows stood a figure. Black visor, exosuit, silent. It moved fast. Bruce reacted faster. The fight was brutal, precise. Bruce's body ached. He wasn't at his peak, but his instincts hadn't left him. He won, barely. He stared at his gauntlet. A crack ran along its edge. The armor was aging. Like him, it had served him in wars under Gotham's moonlight, but it wasn't made for what was coming. He needed to rebuild, reinvent, not just the suit, himself. He stood over the Narrows, once a battlefield of his early years. But tonight, the streets were quiet, too quiet. Not peace, something else. Suppression. The graffiti was gone. The gang silent. And still no joy. No chaos. Only control. From the rooftop, he spotted movement through the fog. Two figures, synchronized, masked, cyber-enhanced. They weren't random. They were hunting something or someone, and he was their target. He didn't wait. He struck first. The battle was fast. These weren't street fighters. They were trained, programmed. Bruce fought without hesitation, but not without effort. Every punch reminded him of who he used to be. One went down. The other vanished with smoke, but they left behind a chip, encrypted but familiar. Back at the safe terminal, Bruce decrypted the chip. It held schematics, Gotham's infrastructure, but modified, controlled by an AI grid not from Wayne Tech, but derived from it. Someone had taken his legacy and twisted it into chains. A scrambled voice broke through the speakers. "You let Gotham rot. We picked up the pieces." Bruce's fists clenched. "Who are you?" The voice only laughed. "Not who. What?" The screen went black. A challenge had been issued. Bruce suited up, not in the old armor, but in a hybrid prototype. Reinforced plating, streamlined cape, neural response mesh. He wasn't just going out for answers. He was going to start a war. He emerged onto the rooftops again. Gotham didn't know he was back, but it would. He moved like shadow, like legend. Lightning cracked in the sky. And for the first time in years, the bat symbol returned to the city's skyline, even if only in motion. Onlookers saw only flashes. A scream, a body pulled into the dark. Batman didn't kill, but he reminded the city what fear felt like. Criminals whispered again. He's back. Not everyone was happy about it. He tracked the signal to a forgotten server hub below Gotham Central. Hidden in plain sight, it hummed with power. Bruce placed a device. Not to destroy, but to watch. To listen. To map the enemy. As the rain fell harder, he stood at the edge of Wayne Tower. The city buzzed beneath him. He had no plan. No allies. But the fire inside him was lit once more. "You started something," he whispered to the darkness. "Now face me." He jumped, a leap into fate, into war. The bat spread his cape like wings. The city rose to meet him. Lights, storms, danger, and all. He had returned not as a man, but as a myth. The awakening was complete, and it was only the beginning.